I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.
So Joey says we need to change your perception. All right, let's find out what that means. What's up, Negasonic OC? What's going on? Let's dive right in. Change your perception, everybody.
All right.
Fuck it.
And it's freezing cold again. Awesome.
Sub-zero.
It's been freezing cold all day, obviously, but the sun was out earlier. I thought maybe it was, gonna relax, but it ain't. It's cold.
It is currently 54 degrees in Brownsville, Texas. Real feel of 54 degrees.
We're gonna have a little talky talk. Christina just messaged me.
Uh-oh. Lobster. What's up?
Hold on, I gotta get around all this. I love you, honey.
Oh.
Love you, Christina, more than anything. Always. So, that's my thing I want to talk about kind of on here. Like, the public's perception is just way off. Everybody has their own perception, but, that's the thing is people want to act like it's like, how to explain it? I mean, it is what it is. Like, everybody has a different perception.
That's all we need to do.
You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. Hold up.
Just change your perception. That's it. Everything's fixed.
But yeah, a lot of folks need to really work on shifting and changing their perspective. You know what I mean? I've been here for Christina since day one. I'm going to always be here for Christina. And Christina has been here for me. And that's the truth. And that's the difference between me and other people is I don't give up on people and anyone, and especially who I love. Hell no, ever. Hold on.
Hold up. How long is this one going to be? Hold up.
So yeah, like I said, I stay loyal always, and I stay faithful. It ain't even a problem.
All right, we're about a half a minute behind.
Questions asked. You know what I mean? Just like Christina always tells me, it doesn't even need to be said; it's understood, right? Like Christina and I really click. That's what people got to understand. We were made for each other. We're perfect for each other. Man, my hair is getting long, boy.
Oh,
look at this.
There's your hero again.
My hair is getting long. It's beautiful. I've never had long hair since I was a kid.
He's so proud that he washed his hair off in the backyard in a garden hose.
I never could handle letting it grow.
It's like Leaf Garrett.
So, this is the first time I've ever done this.
Joey on the cover of Teen Beat.
I always had beautiful hair, man. Always. But yeah, I'm gonna let it grow. I'm inclined to not mess with it at all, other than regular stuff. But
warm when you're homeless.
Yeah, me and Christine are good. Completely. Always have been, always will be. And it's common sense. It's obvious. But yeah, she just messaged me. So I totally understand, honey. I love you, and I'm here. Oh, I love you, and I'm here, and I'm here for you. And totally, happy waiting. You know what I mean? It's all going to come together, man. That's the thing. I can just feel it. You got to be patient sometimes. And God has taught me patience. God has taught me to be grateful. That's the thing. That's why, the devil always wants to detract and distract, right? Because he sees what God is doing. What God is doing is always real. What God is doing takes time. You understand? What God is doing is wholesome. You see the difference between instant gratification with just worrying about money like most of these folks and going through an actual journey and a walk with God.
Yo, it looks like the opening scene of Rambo when John Rambo's walking up the fucking street right there and he gets fucking run up.
You got to walk with God. You know what I mean? You want to go to heaven, you got to walk with God. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's that guy.
In my opinion, you know what I mean? I think you just got to be a good person, but I mean, that's the goal, to walk with God, and to go through the journey. This has been a God journey. I've been saying this entire time. You know what I mean? Always.
Let it out.
Oh my God, no! Jesus Christ!
It's always been that, but especially, the past couple of years, man.
Nothing like a
This
good
stuff
old
kind of
hosing will
started
do.
with the,
he looks
the
like
reading
Prince Farquaad from Shrek.
Yeah, that's a good one.
and the downloads when I was up there in Green Bay. It kind of just started, and I kind of started to figure it out. You know what I mean? And it just kept, I don't know, it kept growing and expanding and multiplying. And I just learned more and more about it. I really got, into spirituality. And then everything just kind of became clear at some point. Everything just shifted. And, I think part of my experience was the real rough patches and the hard times. And I know a lot of it had to do with coming back here. When I got here is when, because it was like dealing with barren land and you're trying to plant crops. It's the best way I can put it. You know what I mean? This was all metaphorically
Called
speaking
feral.
barren land for me. There was
Homeless.
there was no way to make it. There was no way to even get by. There was no way to do nothing. And I was looking for answers. And God answered me. God answered my prayers, and I found God.
He's
And
saying
it's
there's
undeniable
nowhere for
because
him
it's
to
right in
spread
front of
his
you every
seed.
day. And you see
Oh God.
how he's worked on me. I mean, you can see how much happier I am, how much more fulfilled. I don't
Joey
have
Bukaki.
that empty feeling that, everybody's had it. I've had it too. I don't have that anymore. Truly, so that's a beautiful thing. Like I keep telling folks, happiness comes from within. So that's the thing. Oh, of course, Batman got to have an off day because Batman being centered and meditating and doing prayer walks like I'm doing right now, talking to you.
Okay, he did walk past when he was going past Applebee's, which he does every single fucking day. I wonder if that's that Dollar Tree. Maybe he did actually go in there to get a razor and some fucking soap to beautify himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
You and all this and talking to people and social life is important. It's all part of your health. It matters. It matters more than anything. I think that's the problem a lot of folks forget. Like I said, y'all want to be back and forth running around all this time. You're not cherishing and appreciating your time. And you know what I'm saying? You're not valuing your time. You got to value your time. You got to value yourself. That's where self-worth, self-respect, self-value, self-love comes in. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely got to take some time off sometime and just be a normal person because it's part of it. It's actually critically important. So we just stay, focused. We still progress. We still work. I work every day, about 24 hours a day. I don't ever stop working. But, a day like today is beautiful for me. Like today was perfect for me. because I got to take it easy finally. Like, you don't know how bad I want days like this, man. I can't wait for Christina to be here. You know what I mean? Because then, like, she's always with me. Like, it makes me happy, like, way happier. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in a good mood. You know, I'll have help, you know, with doing things somewhat. You know, like, she doesn't have to do much. You know what I mean? Doesn't have to do anything if she doesn't want, but just having her with me is enough. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. So, you know, these folks are jellying in their feelings because I have a real connection that I built regardless. I have a real relationship that I built regardless. And I see Christina's value, right? And that's the most important, critical, rare thing, in my opinion. Like, I see her value. A lot of people don't see value, and she sees mine, and she always has. And it's clear as day. So, you know, that's the thing. You know, miracles are real. Miracles do happen. We're in a fairy tale. That's what this is. That's why they always made them. I am a fairy tale. Look at me. Are you serious? You
Yeah,
can't.
Lord Farquaad. And even if you did have value, Joey, and somebody had the receipt for that value and wanted to return you to the store because they find out the piece of shit that you are, the amount of value it had, it would still have to pay a restocking fee for your ass.
See it? Come on, man. She called me her knight in shining armor just the other day. It's not fake. It's real. Because fairy tales are real. That's the whole point. You know what the devil trying to do? Hold up. The devil
Hold up,
is
the
trying
devil.
to, you know, throw a wrench in the works and mess up everything that's beautiful. That's why then people see, y'all don't know what's been said.
What's up,
Y'all don't
Frost
know
Blue?
what's going on because all y'all look at the world as the way you see it. You don't see what's actually happening. We're in a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale. This is like imagination land. It's the same thing. It's made of thoughts. We're not in a world. This realm is a thought realm. Our thoughts create reality. See the point? So to me, that's what a lot of the devil is. It's just that evil concept, and it's real. The devil is real, you know, but so is God. And, you know, the devil wants to mess up this utopia that we're supposed to have. That's why every day I work to try to build it into the utopia. It's even bigger than being Batman, is what y'all don't get. I'm the architect of reality. You understand? It's about standing up for what's right, truly right.
Whoops.
They're
Sorry about that.
confused, and you see them, you know, every day. I mean, what are people doing? What are people doing? Submitting to the system. You know, every day, you know, they're allowing that system to manipulate and control them. Every day. Every day, people go through the same process, right? Something I would never let them do to me. Ever. You understand? And that's the difference. You see folks every day, same thing, getting locked up, back and forth from jail and prison, right? Every day, folks don't even understand your freedom isn't negotiable. Mine isn't. You understand? That's why if you omit the option for failure, you will succeed because you have no other choice. You have to succeed, right? Because there's no other option. If there's only an A and a B, the hell is that?
What the hell?
There's like a
Just
Bluetooth
what
or light or
exactly the
something.
hell?
Somebody must have thrown it out.
A Bluetooth light?
That's a Bluetooth or light or something. Somebody must have thrown it out.
Inventory.
That's kind of creepy.
See the inventory I found yesterday? Was it yesterday?
I did.
Walking my dog, fucking meth pipe. That was great. It was gone today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, oh, hey, residue.
Well, that's on that walk where there's a women's jail,
Mm.
where I go all the way down there and shit like that. So when they come out of the walk of shame and shit like that, sometimes, or somebody's walking down there to go pick up somebody, and when they come out, there's like Bill Bond's office and shit like that. I call it the walk of shame, but yeah, it's suspected to be there. Why not?
I don't know what it is. It's a light. It's red and blue. It's kind of weird. Hell, it almost looked like a tracking device.
Oh,
like,
crazy.
I'm tracking you, Joey.
You know?
Oh, it's a gum wrapper.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, fuck.
There be so much stuff going on, bro, in the world. Like, gotta be at peace, man. You gotta, they were asking the one dude, they said, "Are you happy?" He said, same thing I say. What does that mean? I mean, am I satisfied with where I'm at? Sure, yeah. But happiness, if you experience emotions like that in just one big regulation, then you're not happy. Because that's not happiness. Happiness, with the presence of joy, comes the presence of despair. With the presence of happiness comes the presence of not being happy or fear. You're going to have rough moments, just like he said. That's why I'm always confused by these folks, because I'm like, there's no way to answer because I don't have them problems. I'm good. You know what I mean? That's exactly what they're trying to do on here. They're trying to what? Regulate their emotions. But I don't know nothing about that. I've never had them problems and I don't want to. Yeah. You feel me? That's a personal thing. You know what I mean? What that has nothing to do with what we're doing here, though. You feel me? They got other people you can talk to about that. I'm not one. See, that's the issue.
That hose shower has just boosted his confidence, and I hate that. Just having him like halfway clean.
He's zestfully clean.
But yeah, like I said, when we come over here, we come here to make money.
Zesty.
We come here to preach. We come here to preach the word of God and tell you about the truth of God that is extremely real. Look how far I've come, man. Look at my transformation on camera in front of you. Look how far I came in this time frame. I mean, look at me, just the way I look.
Yeah, Frost, goddamn, he looks extra bad tonight. And that's the day after he actually fucking took a backyard fucking shower with the hose and shaved himself off.
Happy, fulfilled. I got that glow. Because that's what happens when you go through the what and the rebirth. Spiritually, it's a real thing. Got that glow to you. I always had the glow, but I'm talking about I'm really glowing now. I can see it. Just looking at me. I'm me again. That's why I said, remember who you are. I mean, I know God is real because he talks to me every day. He speaks to me. He finds a way. You know what I mean? He gonna show me the way. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. I'm God's favorite, man. I'm chosen. The Son of God. The Messiah. Straight up, I'm the Messiah. You feel me? Oh, you got another one.
Golf cart granny.
So yeah, like I said,
Leper Messiah.
you can't let nothing throw you off your game, man. You got to stay focused. You know what I mean? My whole deal is I'm addressing the entire public. Y'all got to change your perception, man, at this point. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like you notice with me, I'm the lion and the lion moves for no one. The lion moves for nobody. You see me, I always stand my ground on everything. I stand on business. That's what standing on business means. I'm a man. You understand? Like I said, I know what I'm doing. I'm a vet in the game at this point, which is crazy to say because of how young I look. And I'm 36. I'm going to be 40 in 4 years. Come on, bro. Y'all still don't want to listen? This picture was taken, right, when I was in Austin, right? I was in Austin, right? And I'm in good shape here. You know what I mean? This is when they were giving me all the compliments and the devil was plotting and all that. You know what I mean? Nah. See? That right there. That's what I'm talking about. They all on that same thing. You see how they got to have all their stuff playing loud as hell? Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
I didn't hear a goddamn thing.
All these folks going nowhere fast, doing nothing, but they always in front of you. You feel me? You notice that? Yeah, because that's all they know how to do. See, they are part of the matrix.
He really
What is more-
overestimates his phone microphone.
PS Teach Neo.
Even though it's probably the greatest cell phone that's ever been fucking made. I mean, take your iPhones, your fucking Samsungs. This fucker eclipses all of it.
Dude,
I
my
don't know.
They will
phone,
do
my
what?
phone will turn itself off at like 20% battery sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? To
Just
protect the
ridiculous.
matrix. It's real, man.
Jenny.
That's what I'm saying, man. You folks in the public, you got to wake up, man. You got to wake up. It ain't really my deal or my responsibility or my business or my concern. You know, I work on myself. I woke up a long time ago. I escaped the matrix. Everybody talking about me. You know, the funniest thing to me is how they keep saying, I saw your interview. I mean, that's cute. That's cool, I guess. You know, but I mean, I get it. I guess I get it because they don't, you know, apparently they don't seem to think they can access the same things, or I don't know. I mean, you know, it's just crazy to me because it's all right there in front of you. You know, so it's like, I mean, that's cool, but I mean, what we doing over here is on a, you know, a much higher scale. You know, I mean, we got the biggest platform in the world over here right now. I mean, literally. You know what I mean? That's what they be looking at. They be looking at, man, you got all this, and that don't mean nothing.
I was just
None of that
thinking that
stuff
for
mean
us.
nothing.
It would be his own lousy shit that he'd be bumping.
The numbers don't matter. None of it matters. The system don't matter. This is all because of God. See, you got to change and shift your perspective. And none of you can do it because, well, you haven't done the shadow work like me. You don't know what I've been
Shadow
through.
work.
You couldn't even comprehend.
The shadow work. And speaking of his nicknames, like Sub-Zero. So his projection about walking out, he's been bitching about how cold it is and shit like that. And he's doing his backyard. So mom's not home, right? We don't know when she's getting back or if she's coming back, but there's no light on in the backyard, and he's taking showers in the backyard. And the only light that he has is from his goddamn cell phone to shave and hose himself off with his shirt off in the middle of the night.
Is he using the camera as a mirror to shave himself?
Yeah, and a light.
Uh,
And he calls himself Sub-Zero because it's fucking freezing outside.
That's why I'm telling you. When Tyler Durden's telling you don't know where I've been, Lou. You don't know where I've been. And he's laughing. That's the same way I feel. Y'all don't know where I've been. You don't have a clue. You couldn't possibly conceive.
hanging out in the water hazard
like
of the
Tupac said, in your
back
wildest
nine,
dreams, you couldn't
like
imagine
Greg.
someone like me. You feel me? For real. So that's what I'm saying. That's why, you know, folks is funny. That's what they do. They want to, you know, size you up.
gotta
And
drink
pretend
watermelon
they can compete, or
Gatorade
they
from a
feel
shoe.
phased. I can see it in folks' eyes when I'm talking to them. You can see fear in their eyes. They shook.
Damn it.
For good reason. But why? Because I'm the son of God. I got the Holy Spirit within me. You could just feel it with my presence. You know what I mean? Real talk. You could feel I'm Batman. It's real. So that's what I'm saying. Right. Ain't nothing fake over here. Y'all folks been asking to see the real thing, and for the real thing forever, God showed it to you. Are you still complaining? You see my point? That's the thing, folks. You know, in the public, they entitled, they really think they owe something. They think their perspective and jaded viewpoint matters. What all of you think? Tell me when I'm lying. All of them. They all think that. They all think that, well, everybody cares how I feel. They should. Batman doesn't. Newsflash. I don't. That's why when y'all do and say things, it never moves me. I'm like, okay, and is that all? You know what I mean? Like me, I'm just like, you know, protective of my time. Like, you know, I'd just be looking at y'all, looking at my $530 on my wristwatch. Like, you know, my time is precious, right? You know, come on.
Maybe that's why you're always behind, Joey, is because your watch never moves. It's
You know,
That's why he's
I don't
always
have
missing
time.
the
I don't
bus.
make mistakes.
oh fuck! I thought it was 5:30. Shit.
I don't make errors. I don't make mistakes. I know what I'm doing. You know, we all
The
make
bus says
mistakes.
it's supposed to be here at 11:45, but it's 5:30. Where the fuck?
That's what I'm talking about within, you know, the grand scheme of things. I don't make mistakes. You know what I mean? God doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't. God doesn't make mistakes. I truly believe that. So even the things that we go through that are hard and impossible, like what I just went through recently again, it's part of the plan. You understand? That's the thing.
Stop walking in the cars.
You got to be willing to roll with it. You know what I mean? That's what most folks can't do. And it's hard. You know, this time recently has been impossible, but again, I continue to overcome. I'm still in the process of that, you know, because God taught me how to overcome. So, I mean, you know, the whole walk, it ain't all pretty, it ain't all easy, but it's worth it. I can guarantee you it's worth it. You know what I mean? I can guarantee you that. It's always worth it. It's always worth it when it involves God. Anything else just is what it is. Feel me? So that's my whole point. Like, you know, y'all got to change your perspective, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of stuff just be so out of place and out of character. It don't even make no sense. Like, you know, when you got folks and they feel however they feel and feel some kind of way, I mean, based upon what? Like, brother, I'm the same dude. So however folks feel, they've always felt like that. You know, the question is, what is that to me? Well, your feelings ain't paying me. You know what I mean? Well, some of it kind of is because y'all come over here on your jellyfish stuff and you end up paying me. So, but that's what I'm saying. If you feel some way, people are hilarious. If you feel some way about me and me being Batman and what I'm doing and everything that I'm doing is real, then I mean, clearly you're evil, right? I mean, there's no question on it. So, I mean, you clearly lost and you clearly headed the wrong direction. So, I mean, what would I care? I mean, that's on you. You know what I mean? Man, that's crazy, bro. Y'all just reminded me too. What happened with homeboy with that one situation?
Well,
You
tell
remember?
us. Tell us about the situation, Joey.
Told you, man got to keep his word. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Over here, what we do is we make sure that we back up our claims and what we're saying. When people say they're going to do something, we expect them to do it. Now, I don't know if something, you know, may have happened, what it looks like, but I'm just saying it wasn't no surprise to me because I can read people and tell their character right away. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Is it a couch?
like all that nonsense. What's the purpose? You know, like that's the thing. I don't deal with folks that tell me they're going to pay me and then don't. I don't deal with folks who tell me they're going to support me and then don't. Like, there's no talking involved. You just get to paying me. See what I'm saying? You don't got to talk first. You don't ever talk first. You put the money up. You feel me? That's how real men get down and how real men do business, homie. Real talk. That's fact. So I mean, that's my thing. When people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," don't ever tell me what you're gonna do. Ever. No, big mistake. Don't ever do that. Do it. There's no point in talking. If you're gonna do something, do it. You know what I'm saying? Actions speak louder than words, brother. Action is how I built this empire. This is all already here. Action is how I built this business. That's how I know them folks who say, well, I'm going to do this and that for you. I mean, that's fine. I mean, but you could never walk in my shoes. You could never do what I've done for everybody or for myself. You couldn't build like me. None of you. Ever. You understand? Ever, bro. You know what I mean? Ever. I pay attention to everything, by the way. I see y'all. I see everything, just so you know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Folks be mad funny, bro. It's all they'd be mad funny. It'd be hilarious. You feel me? On that note, right? Since we could see what it is. Hell, I'm gonna probably go for a walk with y'all right now. Why not?
That's about it. Let's go
Might
for
as
a
well.
walk.
You know what I mean? Or talk. Go for a walkie walk and talk for a little bit. I don't know if I should or not, just because of time.
The grannies
I
might be
really
up.
don't need to right now. But that's all I'm saying, man. I'm
They're
just
on to
saying,
me.
bro. You got to change your
Ah, fuck it.
perspective, man. Folks got to
Granny's
learn
on
how
the
to
case.
start being positive. Folks got to learn how to start giving credit where credit's due. Folks got to learn on being real with each other. Like I said, it's like Tupac said. He said, we got to change the way that we treat each other, the way we talk to each other, the way we handle everything. That's what I'm here to do.
What's up, halfway?
That's what God said. He said, everywhere I send you. And he told me what to do. I
Everywhere I
already know
send
what
you,
he
you're
said.
gonna be broke.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't got to tell you. Some things are just between me and God. I know what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? He told me to help. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what folks don't get. I'm the son of God, bro. Anywhere I come through, folks gonna respect me. Trust me, I don't care what your rules were before or how corrupt your city or
I'm here
town
to
was or what you
chew
were
bubble
doing
gum and
before.
walk
When I
around,
come
and
up,
I can't afford
real
bubble
talk,
gum.
there's a new leader in town, and I mean that. It's gonna be the same way when we take this up to Virginia. We go to New York, go to New Orleans, wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like I said, I
Yeah.
want to live in New Orleans with Christina for sure. And if I do, I'd probably lay low in New Orleans. I ain't going to be operating where I'm staying at. Not at that point. Hell no. Are you serious? Why would I do that? No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't know. I got to see what God has in store. They might need me. I might have to. I don't know. But my point is, I want to relax where I stay at.
That's
You know what
where
I
his
mean? So I'd
new
rather not.
homie friend online is from, Frost, Virginia.
I'd rather pick a city to live at and make sure we do everything that's fun there and good stuff. You know what I
Couches
mean?
and refrigerators.
Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. We'll pick other cities to do the Batman thing, and that's what I'm thinking.
He likes to rap, Frost. You guys may hook up. You may be able to get along. What is his fucking? How many fucking pieces of paper do I have here in front of me? It is in general linked to the guys. Joey had a guy on panel today. If you want to check it out, it is in general somewhere. There's a link posted to the guy's Facebook page, or excuse me, YouTube page. And he also has Instagram and all that fucking shit. So he said Joey was a good guy. So you might want to reach out.
Thinking. But again, I don't know, so we'll see. It just depends.
Guy was bored as hell.
But God will show me the way.
Real quick, it was just basically, obviously, somebody Joey fucking hit up on an Instagram page looking for a couch and a place to stay. Oh, it's a rapper in fucking Virginia. The kid's 23 years old. So obviously in like comments, yeah, fucking, I'm this big fucking entrepreneur. I got tons of fucking money. Hit me up. Let's make something happen. And the guy was bored as hell. He was bored as hell. And Joey wouldn't shut his mouth. And he was like, yeah, I'm ready to wrap it up. As he's counting money, he had like $83 in his hand. He just kept counting it over and over, yawning and shaking his head. That's basically what happened today.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure I always take care of everyone and protect my people, protect Christina. You know what I mean? And God protects us. That's what folks got to understand. Truly, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you got evil folks everywhere, folks that have done everything wrong and committed every crime in the book and done this and that, and they don't get held accountable or responsible. But you folks don't feel no way about that. Same way they depicted the story of Jesus Christ, like I told you. So what do you mean? It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Y'all don't feel no way about that. But a lot of them, they feel some way. That's funny to me. It's ironic. You would feel some way about a guy you know nothing about, who's done nothing but help people. Well, then what are you? Evil. I'm just telling you facts. I got nothing but pure love in my heart and spirit. I'm a good person. I don't have an agenda. I've always been that pure person, and I've seen it in people's eyes my whole life. I saw it when I was in high school, when I was playing basketball. I remember specifically looking in the crowd and seeing like some chick, and I could see it in her eyes, like not joking. Like I slowed down for a minute too, or stopped completely just to look because it caught me off guard. I can read into people's souls, bro, and I could just see it, like, you know, everything that stems from fear. And I'm like, why would you feel that way towards me? How would that even make sense? And then I realized I'm clearly not of this world. See, I'm walking a human journey, but I ain't human. That's what I'm really starting to realize, because if I was, I wouldn't see things that all of you don't. I wouldn't be able to do all these impossible things.
There's his YouTube channel.
You know? So you call me an alien or whatever. So I mean, technically, what would, you know, Jesus Christ be technically, possibly? You understand? I think that's kind of what it is. I think we're like extraterrestrial. I really think that. And you see the way that folks act around us, you know, they treat us differently, right? Why do you think that is? Because maybe we're a visitor here. Maybe this ain't where we really from, because that's a lot of what I keep hearing too, like that we ain't really home, you know, that this is just someplace we visited. And that makes a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know, it makes a lot of sense. Like if you were a star being like they say I am, then that means you come from the stars, you come from the galaxy. So, you know, you had to come down here and do this mission, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to get back home. That's how I feel. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Do you think he
I
realizes
really do
that
at this point. I think it
Earth is part of the galaxy?
makes a lot of sense. It's crazy to me. It's surreal because I always thought I was.
If he's considered himself the center of the galaxy, we're just a moon.
It's normal. I never thought it was normal. I knew it wasn't normal. I knew I had more in me and to me, but I'm saying I thought, you know, I didn't know that I was this much different, or, you know, or could do things that, you know, most human beings can't do. I didn't know that. That's the thing, you know. The AI and all y'all always want to downplay what I do in this. I mean, you can't downplay it. It's on camera. It's real. It's like Twilight out here. You know what I mean? Like real talk, bro. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, we gonna keep networking, and sorry, not networking. We gonna keep on expanding. We're gonna keep on meeting people and talking to the right people and wholesome people that we're gonna be able to do this with.
Wholesome.
Christina's smart as hell too, because if you notice, I was trying to help the Wofford's and she was very hesitant, just like she was hesitant with some other things, and I'm listening to that too. You know what I mean? Because I'm starting to realize that, well, first of all, I always knew Christina's really smart, probably smarter than me. She's smart as hell. And I'm really just listening. Like, I'm starting to really understand some of these people may just be evil, and the Woffords, I mean, Charles completely exposed himself. I mean, that dude is ridiculous. You understand? Absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to tell you, man. Let people do what they want. But you know what I mean? I don't know. I got to see what's up with them too. But they gave up on the whole digital money thing. Really all of them did. It's hilarious, man. And that Rob Rack, bro, he completely gave up for real. It's funny. Bro, all your traits, bro, it's just clear as day what your situation was. Because you got all them traits that you just don't want. You got them all. I mean, all across the board, brother. Even the way you talk, the way you try to, run your fake show because you don't have a show because you don't have a platform. You don't have a show. None of those people have shows. I told them that since day one. They're like, oh, on my show, my platform. What show? You got to be doing radio and have a career first. You don't just get a show and then all of a sudden you're a radio show host. This took work too. It took years and years of practice. That's why I'm so good at it. You folks funny, man. You can't just do what I do and enter my room and my arena and think you're going to outdo me. What? Remember all that fake stuff talking about?
Well, the reason I'm not saying I'm outdoing you is I'm paying for my own StreamYards. Does that make it outdoing him? We're doing the same thing, but I'm paying for it for myself. Same with that guy. Same with Sticky. Same with Shamrock. Same with Frost. Same with everyone else who's restreaming your fucking ass. Same with fucking Rich Baritone. Same with RTS.
Joey, my phone is
when
on
I
something
make
called autopay.
digital money, you still ain't making no digital money, right? Because I told you, you ain't never gonna make no
Digital
digital money.
money.
And the sooner you accept that reality, the better off you'll be, brother. Oh, it's too funny. That boy really be trying to. He be having 18-hour live streams. How many hours you slept today, Rob? Oh, I don't know, 30 minutes. That boy tired as hell. He looked more tired every day. He's stressing and worried, right? Because you ain't got no money.
Says the guy that I think I slept last night.
And you depending off other people's funds. I mean, you supposed to be a man, bro. I paid for everything cash that I own and got. I built everything by myself, and then they get in their feelings. I love it, you in your feelings. In a Roach Motel room, oh. Super homeless.
Super homeless. He said it. Super homeless.
Hell
For the
yeah.
win.
Oh, all about the feeling. I'm trying to teach you something, people. I'm telling you, you got to change your perception, man. Stop looking at the world the way y'all do and start listening. I'm teaching you game. I'm putting you up on game. I'm showing you how to work. Okay? Stop chasing money. Stop chasing the things that aren't going to help you. Start focusing on going within. Start doing the reflective work, the shadow work, what I did. Start following what I'm doing. This is what I'm here to do. Help people and wake people up so
Joey,
people
if
can
you
ascend too.
ever developed
It's not
any kind of
just
introspection or self-reflection, your head would implode.
me. See, that's the thing. People want to look at it. It's him. It's Batman. It's just him. Maybe I may be on another level than anyone, because I just am. But that doesn't mean that you can't ascend too. I'm here to lift other people up with me. You see the difference between me and most of the people in the hood? Real talk. Hell, most of the people anywhere, like I said, all these folks, most of them, they supposed to have way more money than me. But who's happier? And who's got power? Who's a public figure? Who are people watching and looking at? The poor guy. That's why it's hilarious. Yeah, it's just like the Titanic and Leonardo DiCaprio. He told him the same thing. He said, I ain't got much, but it's okay. He said, but right now I'm enjoying this, wonderful dinner in this rich surroundings with you nice people. You know what I
And
mean?
how
And
did
you know what
that
I mean?
work
Like
out
that's
for Leonardo? Jesus,
the
Joey,
truth.
did you
Like
stick around to the end of the movie?
On a fucking, I think Mythbusters actually did an episode on that. If there was enough room
Yeah,
on the fucking
on the door.
on the door for the two of them.
we out here having fun and I'm living life, baby. You feel me? That's facts, bro.
Can't remember the end of it.
That's the thing. Like, no, you can't. That's what's so funny to me when they talk. Like, what are you talking about? This isn't a science fair, bro. I mean, life, there's no way to go wrong. And, you can't control things in life. Sometimes life just happens. Tell me when I'm lying. You don't compare ever. Comparison is the thief of joy. And then they wonder why they're all unhappy and miserable and unfulfilled. Tell me when I'm lying.
My
Sometimes you got to
favorite
just
part of
realize
that
that things
movie
are out of your hands.
was how when Rose was old, she had like a husband and kids and grandkids. And then when she died, she went back to be with the guy that she banged once like 80 years ago.
Threw the family fortune
Yeah,
down
just
the fucking
just
hole.
in the ocean. It's like, fuck this. You kids get
And that it's
nothing.
okay, and focus on you. Better your situation. Get yourself together, get
Bitch.
your act together, make sure that you're good. Why do you always have to say something to someone else? See, that's the thing. You understand? The things that I teach, people could learn from and practice instead of typing and talking. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm your coach. I'm here to help you, no matter who you are. You know what I mean? I don't care. These folks who did this and that, you know what I mean? Everything that they've done, it's all good. I'm still here to help you. It's all love, no matter what. That's what folks don't get about me. I'm pure love, and they just can't handle it. They don't like that either. Like, man, he's such a good person. That's the way they're looking at it. And they know all the stuff they did, and they looking like, man, and he still forgive me every time and keep on going about his business. They can't stand that. That's why they tell you win with kindness. Yeah, I'm all love. It ain't nothing but love. Love all of you. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that folks just don't get. I'm moving love. I don't have a care or worry in the world. I got God. God got me, and God loved me. Real talk. See, I told you talk is cheap. Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk, buddy. Yeah. Feel me? That's why folks funny. Can you imagine? Imagine somebody trying to teach me something. I'm an old soul, man. I know it all for real. I'm not a know-it-all. I literally know it all because I took the time to put in the work to learn it
I'm
while
not a
y'all was
know-it-all.
wasting
I
time typing and
literally
talking.
know it all.
Took the time to know it all.
Did I not? That's the thing. When folks is talking and doing whatever, saying whatever, and making up stories, I was doing research. I still am every day. I'm learning every day. That's why a day off for me is beautiful because I get to still do research. Like that's the thing. Like I'm doing research, man. I'm learning new
He's
concepts.
talking
I'm
about the
teaching
day
myself.
off a lot. I wonder what's going on there. Are they having like? Because I know last night he said there were kids playing basketball. So I wonder if they're doing some sort of basketball tournament and he can't work out.
In the winter, though, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is nice down there. I mean, for the most part during the winter, but
Things that I never thought I would learn. I mean, look at the kicks. I've already mastered most of them, and I got
they're
more I'm learning
amazing.
as we speak. I got about two more right now that I got to figure out how to do. You know what I mean? And like every time it seems impossible, but like I'm sure I can do it. I believe I can do anything with God. This is all new to me, bro. And it also gives me a pass and an opportunity, not a pass, but it gives me an opportunity to walk into another
Do the
sport
Liu
at
Kang
some point if
bicycle
I ever
kick,
wanted
Joey.
to and felt up to it. That's what y'all don't get. You know what I mean? Hold up.
Liu Kang.
Folks just be funny, man. Folks just be funny, bro. You see all this crazy stuff going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Absolutely crazy, man. I didn't even know that stuff happened with Anthony Joshua. I didn't even know that until yesterday. I guess it just happened. I don't know, but kind of odd, kind of weird. I'm just saying people might want to pay attention to that. Kind of weird, the timing of it. You know what I mean? After what just happened, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, you can see that all that stuff is corrupt, and they talking about it publicly and they making it a public spectacle, but it doesn't make any sense. Like I said, there's no rules, so how would there be any money? Man, all them folks don't got money. Like I said, bro, people who just made millions of dollars, why is he in a caravan, bro, driving around in a Jeep in the middle of another country? Come on, bro, y'all better get real, bro.
Because he has the money to do it.
I told you that this is the thing. It's all about how you live your life. It's about how you choose to live. Live pure, people. Don't deal with corruption. You don't want to be a part of no Las Vegas fake corrupt leagues. That's why I ain't never done it, because it wasn't for me. That's why when I went to Floyd Mayweather's corrupt joke of a gym, I walked right out. I paid for the membership and I never came back again because it's a joke. See, that's why they keep talking, but like I said, we don't mix. Like we come from two totally different worlds. This is righteousness and real talk. I mean, I'm a real soldier of God. You can't walk in my
Did he
shoes.
just
None of
say
them
he
folks.
signed up for
I'm
membership
telling
and
you,
then
none of
never
them.
went back?
You know what I mean?
Par for the
Like I'm
course.
just saying the truth, man. Y'all be trying to change it into something
Hey,
that
throw
ain't
my
being
money
said,
away.
and that's not what it
And he
is.
calls that a
It
win?
is what it is. My words are crystal clear. I have a real position. Be righteous, man. Do things the right way. What other folks do, that's on you.
Hey, Shamrock, you want to go to the movies tonight? I bought tickets in advance. We can get in first. You drive over there. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go
Ah,
home.
Don't get online typing and say that other folks is doing what you doing when that's what you doing. That don't make no sense, brother. Yeah. You feel that? Yeah, like I said, folks is funny, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's hilarious, man. And I keep telling them every time you type, you create more karmic debt, and they never listen. And that karmic debt don't just have to do with you or one individual. It got to do with everybody. It affects all of these Masons and all of you evil folks. Remember that, buddy. And that's why I already told all y'all, I told y'all, hey, you need to stop. If folks don't want to listen, hey, be my guest, because God's seeing everything. See, that's what these folks don't get. You got to understand. I stood up by myself to all of the evil and won. I stood up to all the Masons and defeated the Masons and the Illuminati. You understand? For real. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. People always got something to say, man. People talking about this and that. I ain't got time for none of that. If your perception can't see what it is, then what? I mean, come on, bro. What's the point of us talking or discussing anything? That's what people do online. They talk in a way that's totally,
What about RTS? What about going into the Dollar Tree and you got to go find the headphones that you got to fucking lift and get out of there in the store and shit like that?
is that like a Pac-Man map where you got to go around and lift stuff, and the ghosts or the employees chasing you around?
Yeah, you got to map around the golf course.
Yeah, you got to
You
avoid
got to
the
get out of
employees.
there before the golf cart grannies fucking come. Ah, fuck, chasing you down.
And the power pellets are all headphones and Gatorades.
Oh, there's so many ideas. Even though it's a boring ass fucking neighborhood, there's some opportunity in there. It'll be fun.
just it's not real. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be explained. So that's what I'm saying. I don't even acknowledge that stuff. I just keep it moving because I understand what they're trying to do because they feel some way. Because you ain't never have to work for nothing. It's entitlement.
All right, I got to take a break. I got to rock a piss. I'll be back in a minute.
So you feel some way seeing me because you know I'm the real thing. That's why I tell you straight up what I do, right? And I explain it word for word. This is who I am. This is what I do. What's up? Like, what do you mean? There's no other different energy. It's all serious business over here. I happen to be the mob. So what are you talking about? Like, yeah, and you lucky that you getting to see this journey and see what I'm doing because it all makes perfect sense and it's going to make more sense the farther we go and the more time passes. I'm not trying to prove no point to you. Change your perception. That's why it's the title. Y'all need to change your perception. Do yourself a favor. Because if you can't even see and acknowledge basic reality around you, I mean, I don't know what you got going on. It's clear that everything you got on payments was handed to you. Y'all entitled. Y'all got a support system, and y'all clearly never, been through any struggle. And that's just no way to be because you'll never learn anything. You understand? And that's why they're all not happy on social media, wasting their time on platforms that don't pay a cent. and they want to talk about someone else. I told you, this generation, it don't matter who it is, all of them across the board, okay? The older folks too. They value judgment and talking over action and results. And we are old school. We about action and results. We have nothing in common. That's why I don't be talking to y'all. And when we do, I just entertain it, laugh, and I tell you reality, and then I walk away. Easy money. Come on, man. I saw a video of Andrew Tate calling out Jake Paul a long time ago, a couple years back. I'm about to watch one soon if I can. I think it was like 16 years ago. And it shows me, I already know what it's going to show me without watching it. I'll predict it right now. You know what it's going to show me? It's going to show me that he was broke and he was poor and he's a Mason. He got hand selected. He got picked to be part of their evil agenda. That's why he's always
So he called out Jake Paul when he was 12 years old. So Joey's 16 years ago. What's 36 minus 16?
That's 20.
A 20-year-old calling out a 12-year-old.
Up that pyramid diamond sign with his hands because he's a puppet of the devil. Tell me when I'm lying. But he want to get on camera and say this and that and say, oh, someone's entitled. I mean, you're entitled. I mean, everything you have is you don't even own. It's all handed to you. You're not a millionaire. You're not rich. Your whole fabricated story just got exposed publicly. So what do you mean? So everything you ever said is proven a lie. You know, I'll never have that problem because I never built myself off of lies. I built myself off of concrete, documented fact on video, on camera, and with paper receipts, buddy. See, folks know about me in the street. Folks know about my street history. Folks know my name ring bells in every hood and every borough for real. I'm really that guy. So it's a big difference between a bunch of poses on YouTube. Are you serious? Some Masons that don't own nothing? And you think they could even come close to a guy that actually owns everything? I'm telling you, you could get the biggest guy you want, Anthony Joshua, any of them. They can't hold a candle to me.
What about the Dairy Queen caper RTS where he gets fucking Jared and brother fucking drop him off at Dairy Queen? He's got to make his way back fucking home.
Being for real.
No fucking
I'm not
money.
Jake Paul, bro. Y'all underestimate quickness, bro. Like real talk, bro. Everything power comes from quickness, brother. You underestimate actual ability. You know what I mean? That's the thing with God. You could do anything. It don't matter how big someone is. You ain't heard of David versus Goliath, brother? See what I'm saying? That's my point. Talking about, yeah, I give him credit. He real courageous. Jake Paul isn't courageous. Jake Paul can't think too well. Get it right. See, that's what they do. They fabricate and want to take my story and give it to someone else. Oh, he's brave now because he stepped in a ring. No, he's not brave. That was the silliest move that you could have made. And he already couldn't think. That's why he did it. And now guess what? Because he stepped in that ring, now he's really not going to be able to think. And that's just reality. Talking about, oh, they rich and they got all this money. I told you, rich people wouldn't be wasting their time. You think if I had millions of dollars, in which they don't have a dime, they broke. If I had millions of dollars right now, you think that I'd be wasting my time doing stuff like that? When I had over $250,000, over 300,000 in the bank, making $1,000 checks and stuff. Why did I ever do that? I didn't put myself in that position. I mean, I would have done it, but I mean, that's me. I'm different. I'm built different. And me, I put up my own independent capital and I facilitate everything. And even at the time, like I was doing that. Actually, I was doing it in the hood in the ghetto where it was real though. You know what I mean? While I had the money. That's all I was doing and focused on. So what are you talking about? I'm the only independently self-funded athlete that's ever existed. This is what folks don't get. So it's a different ball game. Y'all can talk about NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, whoever, NBA. I don't care. What does that got to do with me? I'm self-funded, bro. I'm an independent athlete. I stand on my own. See, you're not understanding. It's much more powerful when you stand on your own and you self-fund your own projects. I've seen more money than all the people who played in the NBA and the MLB and the NFL and the NHL, all that. All of them. They're not even close. Even their fake numbers that they throw out, I've made and seen more money than the illusion of what they're lying about, and they don't get none of that money. That just goes into them as a project. That's what covers all their, finances while they're in the league and, the hotel costs and all that stuff. You see my point? When they say they're signing this and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're signing their soul and they're selling their soul to the devil. Get it right. So that what? So that you can get by and have nice surroundings for a time? That's not worth it, bro. That's never worth it.
Yeah, because those are the people that only the fucking 1% of people in the entire world can do what they do, and they earn that money. 15 minutes.
So see, the most powerful thing you can do is what I'm doing. I run all my own stuff. I can build my own leagues that can outdo and outperform the NBA, the MLB, all that. I can recruit my own individuals. Nobody ever thought of that, huh? Because all y'all so brainwashed by the TV, you can't think outside the box or think unorthodox. These people can't even conceive the fact that there could be another league. The NBA is not the best in the world. Neither is any of these leagues for anything. They're a joke. It's just that's what they're showing you, and all y'all are brainwashed, so you don't know how to just think basic thought that there could be other things. The universe is massive, bro. Y'all are funny, bro. Huh. Even when Andrew Tate was posing line, faking flogging, whatever, even he had to say, he said, there's guys in the real world out in the street, and he was overcompensating, talking about, I live in the real world. No, you don't. Not at all. That's a straight bull-faced lie. Nor have you ever. You sold your soul and you're a Mason. But my point is, when he said that, he was trying to push that concept, yeah, because he knows the reality that there's monsters out here like me. You see the point? That's what people don't get is I always knew I was going to win. I'm going to win no matter what, and I'm going to win in the long run. I'm going to win no matter what, no matter who you put in front of me, no matter what you put in front of me, no matter what challenge, no matter what obstacle. I know how to overcome that because I am the monster. I'm the street dude. I had to go through all the hardships. I had to go through all the people talking behind my back, saying this, saying that to make themselves feel better. People acting like something funny, trying to fake laugh while they hide behind a screen. I had to go through all this. And see, there's power in it. That's what you don't get. That's why I sit back and observe, because it's my power. My superpower is my patience, my resilience, my resolve. The fact that I come back with action and results every time somebody run their mouth.
I got to interrupt real quick here because a while ago, how long have we been here? 57 minutes. He said he was, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take you all on a walk. Maybe I'm not going to go on a walk. He seems stationary because we don't have any, what the hell is that's going on? He doesn't seem like he's clip-clopping around. I wonder where he's at.
Is he just hiding in the backyard?
I think. I really do. It doesn't sound like he's at the golf course.
You see the difference, buddy? I'm the gem. I'm the diamond that was in the shelters, in the jails, came up through all of that, came up in the street. I'm the gem and the monster that you never heard about, that was never supposed to get an opportunity at all, much less get this opportunity. So God is going to give me the opportunities that are for me. You understand? And when I get them opportunities, I'm going to utilize in them, and I'm going to go hard as possible. Unlike y'all who are just there for show and to holler at chicks and all this nonsense. That's not what we're here for. We're here for business. You understand? If you want to be the best, you're going to have to compete against the best. No talking involved. That's why I always thought it was funny, because like I said, I've owned my own league for decades and nobody will even sign a waiver. Why? Because they know better. That's why.
All right. And he has ended this. We have about 9 minutes left. I'll pick it up. We'll go $1.25.
Because they know what it is. Everybody know what it is. You know what I mean? See, it went from people not even knowing who I was and I was nobody to now everybody knows about the fact that I'm the greatest martial artist that ever walked the planet, and I'm for real about it. It's already proven. That's why when people say, I know who he is, apparently not. Apparently you don't know who I am. Because if you knew who I was, first of all, you wouldn't be talking to me. You'd be talking to me a lot more carefully, right? Furthermore. And if you knew who I was, I mean, we wouldn't be having this conversation at all. And what is the conversation? You talking to me, I ain't talking to you. I'm just trying to be nice to people. If you knew who I was, I mean, you would have to acknowledge reality that everybody's telling you in front of you. That's what folks do. Folks be vouching for me right in front of them, and they want to act like they don't understand it. Like, it's not difficult to understand. You know what I mean? If you seeing what's going on here, it's pretty clear. You feel me? Hold up.
Did you hear it? Joey's getting startled in the backyard. Spur. So you don't get kicked out. I want to hear that again real quick.
Going on here, it's pretty clear. You feel me? Hold up.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, folks is funny. You know what I mean? So that's my whole thing. Like, you gotta understand, bro, this is a real position, man. I'm the real deal. And that's the thing. The line moves for no one. I don't react because you want me to. I don't respond because you want me to. I don't take bait. I don't do the troll games. I don't play no games. Just like Mike Tyson said, I'm a man. You understand? Y'all want to talk about Mike Tyson? I'm a lot like him, bro. You know what I mean? If anybody's a lot similar to Mike Tyson, it's me, but I'm my own guy and I'm 8 million times worse. Trust me. I'm being for real. That's what all of them don't understand, and they do. They want to pretend that they don't know. They all know I'm the real monster. Oh, no, I'm just keeping it under wraps. I'm being real patient. I'm not Mike Tyson. I know how to control myself emotionally. Real talk. Understand that? I'm not even playing. He don't know how to control his emotions. That's not strength. That's weakness, brother. That's fact. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. He knows he could be a lot more disciplined. He could have been a lot more disciplined in his prime. But they ain't talking about that. Me, I am disciplined already. It's not something I have to go look for or try to become. You feel me? That's why I told y'all. No, in his prime, 100%, I believe I would win. 100%. I'm a lot more disciplined. I control my emotions. Okay? I'm a totally different animal. Y'all vastly underestimate me. So again, I'm going to say this again. You know, folks can say what they want and tell themselves what they want. I mean, that's cute. I'm like 6'2" with shoes on, at least, if not 6'3". I'm pure muscle. I'm setting world records that people can't even fathom. I've already set, 351 world records? I do this for real. This is about cultivating the monster and the super ninja that's going into the bat suits, the new ones, because I
Super
already got my own
ninjas,
built both.
super ninjas, super homeless. I mean, this is where all these song titles have come from. It's fucking.
I'm gonna build
The
two of them. What do you mean?
superhuman super hamster.
Let folks think what they want. Let folks tell themselves what they want. The truth will always show. The truth will always rise. You understand? The truth can't be hidden, and whatever's done in the dark will always come to light, brother. That's what they don't get. That's my walk. That's my purpose. That's my power, is in my struggle, in my experiences, in the things I go through. That's why these trolls always want to say something about, oh, this happened, and then they want to take the story and completely warp it and change it to the opposite of what happened. You could do whatever you want. I didn't ask you for your opinion. You feel me? Every story happened where I won. Every story happened to benefit me. And anything I've ever been through was always meant to build me into the man that I've become today, because it's all part of God's plan.
A shoplifter.
I don't mind going through things. I don't care if they're the hardest, most impossible things in the world, like I've been going through my whole life, because that's what makes me way, a whole nother level.
Yeah, he's getting fired up for us, but I do have him at $1.25. So yeah,
And just, it makes,
obviously there was somebody that said something in the back, so he's probably, his adrenaline is probably starting to get picked up. I gotta get the fuck out.
makes me the man that I am. That's why I tell you, I'm the only real man who ever existed, and I stand on it.
The truth shall set you, Sneed.
See, I'm not on here faking and posing or false claiming or talking about this and that. No, I'm being real. You feel me? So like I said, we're gonna keep on cultivating the monster. You can look at the icon right here and tell me I'm not built just like Mike Tyson right there. Y'all is funny. I'm taller and bigger than him, dude. I can get a lot bigger than him real quick. Do you understand that? Y'all is silly, man. Like, real talk, y'all funny. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, Mike Tyson thought he was bad. You don't know the meaning. And I'm for real. I'm not joking. I'm on a whole nother level, dude. Trust me. You know what I mean? That's why I'm real patient. You know what I mean? So like I said, let people tell themselves what they want. Let people think what they want. Let everybody keep thinking, oh, you're it, you're this and that. That's what folks do. They want to work a regular 9 to 5, go to a regular little corny gym and do a couple of workouts and then think they're going to compete with me. Boy, you better stop it. That's what they still think. They still think it's something that you can just do when you want, no discipline to it. Just, oh yeah, I'll sign the waiver. I'll do that, boy. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is not no game over here. Real talk. You better have trained for the past 5 to 10 years. Real talk. I've been training since I was 16, technically. Truly. Training the entire time. I've never stopped. My entire life I've been training, just in different aspects. You know what I mean? Gyms, outside of the gym, parks, everything. You know what I mean? I do all sorts of different work. I might start running too. Like I told you, running is very necessary. You got to be able to have that endurance. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'll talk to you.
My God, Justin, I took that the wrong way. You say Mike Tyson would bust Joey in his shit right now. I took that as Mike Tyson fucking him right in his fucking ass. And then I thought about it for a second.
That's because you're too hornist, Chair.
I'm not hornist. I'm just, what's wrong with my head?
Chill in a minute, man. But like I said, I'm gonna be here to motivate and inspire. And that's it, man. Like I said, like, what's up? Y'all don't want these motivational videos? Come on, man. $25. You understand? Y'all can come over here and do business. We got a PayPal, Cashapp, PayPal, and a Venmo.
Or
Cash
2
right
for
there.
50.
Bottom left-hand corner. Let's go. You know what I mean? That's what folks gotta
4
understand.
for 100.
I'm the real champion, and I'm the people's champion. Like, I'm really about this. I really come from that sport. That's what I do. I just took my career, in bar security, and I expanded and said, yo, I'm going to take my gift and use it and make the world my playing field. And that's what I did. I'm a genius, bro. Real talk. You don't have to give me credit now. Yeah, just like the Joker video said, like I told you, proving that all the downloads are literally facts, right? It's divine confirmation, brother. It says right there in the Joker video, it says even your enemies, even all the folks that went against you, can feel that the respect is real, that they have to respect you. They have no choice. Told you. Every time people talk, man, I don't have to talk and say all that. I don't got to keep telling you I told you so. I'm not that type of guy. I let folks talk and talk as much as possible, and then I just win. That's how I get down. I win, I don't say nothing, and I go on and walk away and go on about my business, because winning to me ain't nothing, because I'm a real man. I'm the only real man who ever existed. So yeah, like I said, trust me, man. With me, the hype is real, bro. Believe the hype. Real talk. You better believe in me, and you better believe in God. I mean that. So yeah, like I said, no, we just smart. We make good decisions, and that makes me a lot more powerful. That's why I'm able to keep on moving and progressing forward. You know what I mean? I'm not part of any game. I make my own game. I'm the creator of reality. Literally, I'm the architect of reality, brother. You better ask about me. So yeah, like I said, we run everything. I'm the emperor in the spiritual realm for real, and this is 100% real. You feel me? So yeah, like I said, anything else is not of my concern, brother. You feel me? So we're going to keep on working hard, and that's it. All right. I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Much love.
Much love. Older people don't get me harnessed. God damn it. I'm going to try and do this. Old people don't get me harnessed like Mike Tyson. But since Joey's using his whisper voice walking around the neighborhood, that guy, you know what really gets me harnessed?
Tell me, Sheriff.
Come on. You got this.
Prairie pets?
Golf cart grannies, for fuck's sake.
Oh, shit.
Come on. I laid that on the table for you. Let's go. It's been a minute.
Yo, listen up. I got a tale to tell about a neighborhood where the grannies dwell. They're cruising in their golf carts, feeling fly. Got one mission, chase Joey's Sneed, gotta say goodbye. Granny's on the hunt, Joey's on the run. Golf carts and gray hair, the chase has just begun. They're rolling through the streets with a fierce cry. Get out of here, Joey, you can't stay and fly. She's a leader of the pack, got her orthopedic shoes and a coffee in a flask. Granny may believe she's got the skills to pay. She's drifted through the cul-de-sac, Joey's in disarray. Granny's on the hunt, Joey's on the run. Golf carts and gray hair, the chase has just begun. They're rolling through the streets with a fierce cry. Get out of here, Joey, you can't stay and fly. Joey's trying to lose, I'm taking corners tight, but the grannies are hot on his tail day and night. They're like a crew of senior citizen ninjas. Joey's got nowhere to hide, he's in a world of bangers. Granny Doris, she's got the magic touch. She's blocking Joey's escape with her walker clutch. Granny Helen, she's a speed demon queen. She's racing through the hood like a golden age mean machine. Granny's on the hunt, Joey's on the run. Golf carts and gray hair, the chase has just begun. They're rolling through the streets with a fierce cry. Get out of here, Joey, you can't stay and fly. So Joey's Sneed, he's hot sailing it out. The grannies wanna chase without a single doubt. They're the neighborhood watch with their vengeance so sweet. Joey won't be coming back, the grannies made it clear. Can't you feel the beat?
Speaking of feeling the beat, when is mom coming home? Does anyone know? Or if she's coming home?
Not a clue.
Or if she is home? I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm sure Joey will tell us in his own roundabout way.
His own time frame. He will. Probably coming soon. Probably maybe after New Year's and stuff like that. Everything winds down and then shit gets back to normal. We'll see what happens. Hope y'all changed your perception. Whatever it is. Shut up, Sheriff. That guy. Thank you, bud. Chat, go and get it. We're done.
I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.